Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matthew Quilliam and today we're here with another ukulele review of the very eye-catching Enya EUR-X1. Now this, believe it or not, is a soprano ukulele, but has this rather interesting and unique body. And that is the main talking point of this instrument. But before we come to that, let's just talk about the instrument as a whole. And let's start actually with the top. This is a very gorgeous headstock. While the silhouette of the headstock is fairly sort of basic with that sort of crown shape, I really like the matte black finish on it. I think it's really gorgeous. And to complement that, we've got these lovely red tuning pegs that just really sort of have a very nice colour when you look at them, but they're not huge, they're very subtle and refined. It's very classy, I'd say. It's a very classy looking headstock. And of course the Enya logo as well, there in that white, just looks like it's in its place as well. It looks very nice, very classy headstock. Moving down the instrument, we've got this nice fretboard. We've got position markers on the front, no, nothing on the sides. That would have been nice. And you've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 frets there. They squeeze the 16 frets in, which is nice. You've got plenty of room to move about. And the intonation, for the most part, is pretty good all the way up the neck as well, as you hear in one of the playing clips. You've got strap buttons in slightly odd places. Normally you'd find a strap button on the side of the neck, maybe here, or the neck join I should say, but it's on the back here. And you've got one on the back here as well. So it's great if you need a strap for, you know, if you use a strap. And I think though that the weird position of the strap button shouldn't really affect the way the strap goes on the instrument at all, really. But the reason I bring it up is because look how thin the profile of that neck join is. And that is to accommodate the big round body. Now this body, and in fact the whole instrument, is not made of wood. It's made from heavily compressed and laminated sheets of what are essentially paper. This is a material called HPL, very tightly packed pieces of paper, and then finished with what looks like wood. This is probably just a photograph or an artistic mock-up of some sort, but this is not wood, this is paper essentially, but it's very strong, very sturdy, and so it's great for carrying around. Indeed, instruments with this rounder body, sometimes known as campfire instruments, useful for sort of taking to the campfire and leading a sort of sing-along, probably because they give a brighter projection, but you do lose some of the tonal precision that you get from more traditional shaped bodies. That's not to say this instrument doesn't have any tone at all. It's quite a sweet sounding instrument, but there is a big downside to it, and that's the fact that it is ridiculously quiet. If I even just try my hardest to get a really loud sound of the instrument, it's still quite quiet. It almost sounds like an electric instrument that isn't amplified or plugged in. So that's what it sounds like when I'm trying my hardest. So when I'm strumming normally, it's whisper quiet and I can talk over it without any issue. Now that may be an advantage if you're looking for a practice instrument somewhere that you're taking, maybe on your travels, or if you've got a busy home and you need something to practice on that's going to be quiet, then I suppose, you know, this instrument has that place. But if you're looking for something to take to a campfire and lead a sing-song, people even next to you, let alone the other side of the fire, are going to struggle to hear you. So it depends on how you look at the instrument as to whether that's an advantage or disadvantage or not, but I think it's probably because of the placement of the bridge and the saddle. As smooth and as nice as it is, because it's so far to the edge, the vibrations are not getting to the epicenter of the instrument. If this bridge was further inside the sort of circumference of the wheel, then it might be a little bit louder, but it's not, so we have this very quiet instrument. So despite the absolutely gorgeous headstock and the very eye-catching round design, unfortunately it doesn't have the volume that a ukulele should have. It does sound nice though, and if you've got a use for it, if you've got maybe a need to be quieter, then it's a definite plus on that side of things. One other thing I would add is it's not too light either. It is quite heavy, and I don't know if that's the HPL or the binding inside, or perhaps it's just the fact that you know, the shape contributes to the weight. I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's not too heavy that you couldn't play it. You know, it's still comfortable to hold, but if you're looking for something quite lightweight, I think that this might sort of take up quite a bit more of your weight limit than you might be thinking. Again, if you're going camping or something, you want to be travelling as light as possible. This is not the lightest instrument for that. With a lot of designs that are, say, more unique, often you can struggle to find cases for them. However, Enya do provide a case or a gig bag that does specifically fit this instrument. So as you can see, it's got a slightly rounder bottom, and the instrument does fit inside the case very snugly. Zips up. It's got these absolutely lovely sort of zippers, these sort of guitar, I can't really show you very well, there you go, guitar like toggles on them, guitar headstock toggles. That's very nice. It's got one back strap, shoulder strap, and a carrying handle as well, and a little pocket for your tuner and your books and things like that as well. So if you're looking for something that does look very nice, especially something that's quite eye-catching, or something that you need to play if you need to be a little bit quieter, then I suppose I would recommend it. But if you're looking for something to sort of throw in a backpack and take camping with you or travelling with you, because of the weight and because of the volume, and actually it is a rather awkward shape, I probably wouldn't recommend it for those reasons. So there we have the Enya EUR-X1. What do you think of this instrument? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd be very interested to hear what the people have to say on this rather unusual looking instrument.